Look, I want to talk sport now because F1, which is now just big and popular again after Drive to Survive, and Liam Lawson's trials and tribulations, but F1's back in the news. They've been on the mid-season hiatus. But interesting news in the last few days about the Chevrolet team. The Americans getting into F1 with a Chevrolet team. And they've announced their driver lineup, and I think they're going to shake up what they call the paddock, apparently. Well, my go-to guy on all things motorsport and that go brum, brum, brum is Greg Murphy. And Murph joins us again now. How are you, mate?
Good morning. Yeah, good, mate. Good.
So who've got Chevrolet, the new kids on the block? Who are they going to have driving for them?
Yeah, so they're going to be using the Cadillac brand as their...
Sorry, Cadillac. Yep.
Yeah, but it is a Chevrolet or
Yep.
GM, General Motors brand. So Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Pérez have been named as their drivers to kick things off next year in 2026, which probably isn't really too much of a surprise, to be fair. I mean, both a team that's just starting out, albeit, they are poaching and grabbing a whole lot of people from current, obviously, F1 teams.
Yeah.
To put this thing together. Obviously, that's what you need to do, and they've done that. They've got some big names in the space of management and design and all the research stuff and bits and pieces. So they've got some pretty good people.
Has there been an American team in F1 before?
Oh my goodness, American team. I
don't think there has.
No, if there would have been representation.
Yeah.
I mean, back a long, long time ago, American drivers. I mean, Mario Andretti was F1. And Michael Andretti had a cracker. There's been American drivers. Teams-wise, there was probably representation at times, and maybe cars entered that were American. And my history on that side of things is not very good. So people listening probably would go, yes, there has been an idiot, But listen, this is a big deal. It's a huge deal for them to be involved. I mean, Ford have been involved previously, obviously, with race teams and and a factory kind of support and the like. So there's been investment and money, but as far as ownership, I can't be 100% sure.
Okay, let's talk about these drivers, though. Chico, he's the guy who got the arse for Lawson to come in to Red Bull. And he said, he's come out and said, well, you couldn't drive that Red Bull car.
No, well, he's sort of, after that whole dilemma back then through there where he was under a lot of pressure late last year, a lot of pressure for half the season to be replaced because of his performance. So we were all saying, well, yes, he needs to be replaced. The car might not be the best, but he's underperforming. Well, he's obviously now looking back and going, giving everyone the big middle finger and going, well, I told you so. And other people, Yuki Tsunoda's struggling, Liam Lawson struggled. So the car was really bad, and probably we all have to sit there and go, well, he's probably right, to be fair. I don't think Checo's world champion material, and he did prove that he could finish on the podium and get some pretty decent results, win some Grand Prix. So he's probably a pretty good choice for Cadillac with his experience, his knowledge. He knows what a car shouldn't be, doesn't he?
Yeah. So, and his connection to South America is good for their fan base, I would imagine, too. Greg, what about Valtteri Bottas? He looks to me like a bit of a character.
He's got a great personality. He's a very popular, again, hugely experienced driver. Spent a lot of time at, obviously, Mercedes as well. So for someone that is going to go in there to help sort of set things up and provide with great experience and information, they probably couldn't really do much better there either. So both those guys have won races, been at the front of the grid. They know what it takes. They know what's required to have a good racing car and a good organisation. So,
it's like that great movie F1 with Brad Pitt in it, Greg, isn't it? Really?
Well, I don't know because I will never watch it. So,
I'm winding you up.
No, if you notice, no one did go and get Brad as their driver. So
that's right. Look, Liam, ended, before the break in the season, Liam Lawson looks like he's kind of redeemed himself. One would feel optimistic about the next half of the season.
Yeah, I would say he's really can't wait to get back in the car this weekend at Zandvoort. Things started to really gel. There's been a lot of stories, a lot of stuff written in the off season even about all that stuff, and it does take time to adjust. He didn't get a lot of adjustment to the actual Red Bull car before being dumped at all. Didn't spend a lot of time in it at all. And then it took him a few races just to get back on his feet and understand the V-Carb car, which he now seems to be pretty comfortable with. Very good environment. Again, very supportive environment there for him. And he's really starting to pay back the decision to stay in the group. And as I say, he's performing like line ball and out-qualifying his teammate now, which when he first got into the V-Carb, Isaac Hadjar really was sort of outclassing him, but now he's caught up and just showing what an amazing talent he actually is. So can't wait for this weekend to see where it all settles and who's got what and if anyone's made some big changes.
Yeah, I mean the feeling still is, isn't it, that McLaren are in the driver's seat, as it were?
Yeah, definitely. I think they would have spent a lot of time in the summer break analysing a bunch of things that they probably feel they haven't maximised, and but they've still got genuine, very good speed and control of their tyres and bits and pieces. But it's going to get very interesting from here on in, considering they're only, I think, 9 points apart, the two drivers, and that is, I think, likely to cause a bit of a headache at some stage moving forward, because those two blokes, if the car is still as dominant as what it is, and they are going to be competing head to head, then there's I think we're going to see some fireworks at some stage.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Murph, while I've got you here, and we're hoping to get the Minister of Transport on, these new RUC charges, do you have a clear idea what they're up to?